there below, being pursued by the Los Angeles Police Department. We're hearing the driver and 2 other suspects. Very busy. You see the students there on the corner there making a southbound turn again, staying in the same neighborhood. So possibly he's connected to this neighborhood. He knows this neighborhood well, and he's crossing over 46th Street. Now, a lot of heavy traffic because this is when school gets into session here. Up on the curb, narrowly missing the van, almost overturning there, taking that turn really tight. This is really challenging for officers because these streets are narrow. There's parking on both sides. There are 2 lanes, and there's a lot of traffic this time of morning with schools just starting out on this very busy Thursday morning here, primarily staying on the numbered streets here, Steve. That's right, because they do have an airship up. The LAPD does have a helicopter now, so they are going to be able to track him by the air, but across the center divider there, ongoing against oncoming traffic, making a turn now back towards the east here. And LAPD, I count at least 6 units traveling behind him, and they're trying to set up some sort of traffic control around the neighborhood as well, being that he's primarily staying in the same area. Why he's not giving up? He thinks he can get away. He doesn't want to, and there's a lot of LAPD units trying to track this guy. And it looks like no front-end damage. It appeared for a second there the front end of that Range Rover may have been damaged, but that's not the case. Now traveling back southbound here through South LA. He's been staying between about 48th and 52nd Street. The numbered streets running east-west here through South LA. The north-south streets, the majors are Broadway, Main, Avalon, and Central. Oh, almost missing that guy. Look at him. That was really close. Yeah, and this the one passenger. Yeah, he certainly did. He just looked out the window there, and again, it's possible because he's staying in this neighborhood. He's trying to make contact with someone or stay close to an area that he knows. We'll widen out, and we'll see if police are still. Yep, they still are tracking. And this, I'm surprised we haven't seen an accident yet. The way that he's driving, trying to evade the Los Angeles Police Department against oncoming traffic. Now heading back down a numbered street westbound towards the 110 freeway. 3 people. There's a driver and the driver and then 2 passengers. That's what we heard. And we did hear initially before we arrived on scene here, Stephen Araxia, that one of the individuals did throw a weapon out. Going across the intersection here, yeah, this is such a dangerous situation. And when he gets a chance, he really speeds up. But in these areas of the numbered streets, back on a numbered street again, making his way westbound here through South Los Angeles. And it's the Los Angeles Police Department pursuing the driver and the 2 suspects who were believed to be armed. There's the 110 Harbor Freeway, so crossing over now towards the west side of the 110 freeway and turning left on this frontage road of the 110 Harbor Freeway, heading south through South LA. And he was on the west side of the freeway for a while, but then he came across the freeway and was on the east side of the 110 freeway. The Harbor Freeway there you see on the bottom of your screen. We'll try to get a better picture of him here. And there will be an option for him to get on the freeway, so we'll see if he chooses to do that. Picking up speed there quite a bit now that this area isn't quite as busy as it was on the east side of the 110 freeway where we saw all those schools and the narrow streets there, making a continued southbound ride here on this frontage road. And again, this is right up against the 110 Harbor Freeway here, and there will be an on-ramp here. I believe it's at Manchester that he may be able to get on. There's a LAPD SUV trailing him just behind him here. Let's see what he does here, if he's going to make a right turn. Yes, making a right turn here, so heading west here. And we're in LAX airspace as of right now, and we're going to track him as far as we can. But if we have to get closer to LAX, we may have to pull off this just a bit. But he's continuing westbound here. He's going right through stoplights and stop signs here. He almost hit a pedestrian, a bicyclist as well. As of right now, we're not hearing anybody been hit. Here's a little precarious situation with a trash truck, and that SUV did the right thing. He pulled around there. He saw what was coming, and that's what you need to do. If you're ever in a situation like this where you see something unusual, pull off to the right. Give the officers plenty of room. Don't try to be a hero. That's Hoover Street right there, and he made his way across Hoover and continuing westbound. I would say probably about 56th Street. This would be close to Manchester through South LA. The LAPD helicopter is up over this as well. He's making a left turn into a driveway now. Let's see what happens. We'll get on the north side of this. This is a very dangerous situation. The adrenaline's high. LAPD is setting up. There's a captain there telling him exactly what to do. It looks like he is going to give up. There's the driver of the Range Rover there. And again, we heard that there were 2 other suspects, passengers inside that car as well. He's backing up. It does appear he's doing what he's told. Now, typically what they do is they order each individual out one at a time. But sometimes that might be different. But bottom line, they want the suspects' backs to them with their hands up. And it looks like they are doing what they're told. He has something in his hand. He's agitated. The guy in the street's agitated, too. He's not. That guy looks like he's on his phone. The one passenger, Stephen Araxia. Stephen Araxia. He's agitated and he's on his phone. The guy and the. Okay, come on. Hey, look at him. He's facing. He's not doing. Guys, look at the one passenger facing the officer there, clearly agitated. He was holding his phone, I believe, and texting, and he is not doing what he's being told right now. He should be laid flat out, arms and legs spread. He's motioning towards the officers, looking directly at them, clearly not doing what he's being told. That was one of the passengers inside. And again, we had heard, too, that there was a driver and 2 passengers. But at this point, we're just seeing the 2 individuals, and then the one now is laying flat down again. But for a while there. It appears from our vantage point, it is that the driver, we're shooting from a distance and looking at a really small monitor here. What we'll be able to determine, it would be a female officer who would be the individual who would frisk any female suspects. But no, it looks like both suspects are males. And now they're clearing the car, making sure there's nobody else inside. Tinted windows there. So we saw the 4 fingers, code 4. So the automobile is clear. So there was just the driver and the passenger there who were being pursued by the Los Angeles Police Department. But we did have initial reports that one of those 2 individuals did throw a weapon out during this pursuit through South LA. All right. Did KTLA get out of their commercial early? It had to have been. Good. Perfect. Good. As long as they didn't beat us. All right. All right, cool. He's got his lanyard with his, one guy's got a lanyard with his, work badge on. All right, let's get the street, Vince. I got to think it's 56 or that's Hoover, yeah. 57, so it's got to be 57. Yeah. Okay. You tell me. I mean, you know. Okay, coming back to us on. Well, why not? We'll show the Harbor Freeway here as well.
And for those of you just joining us, we are looking at the aftermath of a police chase that went through South Los Angeles. We watched as this white SUV evaded police, turning on different streets in South LA before turning into a driveway. There were 2 suspects inside the vehicle. Both of them have since surrendered.
That's right, just the driver and one
We
passenger,
watched as they
both taken
exited
into
the
custody by
vehicle,
Los Angeles Police
drop to the
Department.
ground.
This scene will be winding down shortly on 57th Street, just to the west
and
of
were
Rover
arrested
in South
by
LA,
LAPD. You can see many LAPD units responded to the scene in South LA around 57th Street and Hoover Street. It looks like the chopper is now leaving the scene, so this will wrap up our police chase coverage out of Los Angeles. We appreciate anyone and everyone tuning in for our coverage. If you're new to our channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and if you're watching on Facebook and want to stay posted on all sorts of breaking news, make sure to hit that like button on Facebook. That way you'll know whenever we go live with breaking news such as a police chase like this.
Morning sky here over Southern California as well as that tropical moisture in advance of that low pressure system off